So everybody knows that the preseason week 3 is like the bona fide dress rehearsal for a team, and they try to make it as much like a regular season game as possible. So in this video, I want to talk about the Panthers' third preseason game versus the New England Patriots, my reaction to the offensive defense and how I think they looked, and just what to expect going forward. We're starting right now. What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Blunt and Sports Talk. This is a channel we might not tell you what you want to hear, but I'm definitely going to tell you what you need to hear. If this is your first time here, I get recap and analysis of the NFL, in particular the best division in the NFL, the NFC South. So if you want to see more videos about the rest of the league, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Panthers, or the Saints, hit the subscribe button below right now. Give the video a thumbs up. But hey, real quick, let me know if you watched the game tonight or if you're going to watch it on NFL Network. I know they're replaying all the games, and not everybody can watch it live. But let me know if you saw it down below. Let me know what you thought about the offense or defense overall. So let's start with the offense. The first drive, Chuck tore off like 7-8 minutes of clock, which is the best thing you can do when you're facing a team with Tom Brady. Keep those good quarterbacks off the field. Unfortunately, they couldn't get into the end zone. It was a long play drive, but I like what I saw. I think they said the drive was like 10 plays, and 9 of them went to McCaffrey, and he was busy. I mean, they ran him inside, and they didn't really run a whole lot outside of McCaffrey, and I was very surprised. And Cam, he actually looked pretty sharp, willing and dealing on that first drive. Of course, Cam gave us the scare when he couldn't decide if he wanted to run for the first down. He tried his hardest. He looked downfield, and the instincts kind of just take over. He took off. He said he tried to have a safe landing, but he ended up diving, getting an undercut, flip, landed on his head. They put him in the tent. Whenever they pop that tent up, I hate when they do that. I mean, it's something that the teams can do now, but I always assume it's going to be like concussion protocol because he landed on his head or something serious like that. Couldn't find out the helmet like brushed over his eye, is what he said, and you can see him at his press conference. If you watch his press conference, go check it out. But there was a cut over his eye, and well, actually he had a black eye, not just a cut. It was a black eye. So he was talking about how his swag was going to be affected and whatnot. You know how Cam does, but fortunately he was okay. Heineke got in there for like 4 plays and threw a pass and missed one, but Cam got back in there and they ended up settling for a field goal on that drive. Of course, the play after Cam went out, we lost another offensive lineman, and Jeremiah Searles, the new addition from Minnesota, who's at right tackle. It's just tough because Taylor Moton kicked over the left tackle tonight, and Searles got hurt. So, but besides him going out, the offensive line looked great overall. The run blocking was phenomenal. Christian McCaffrey was able to get some yards, and they got a pretty good push. We got the tough yards we needed. Unfortunately, in some scenarios, Ian Thomas got like a false start on the goal line, so we weren't able to run the ball there to run it in the end zone. However, like I said, the run blocking was phenomenal. The pass blocking was actually pretty good. I mean, they gave Cam plenty of time. The communication and stuff was kind of pretty good. What you look for is when you have new guys just shuffling around, sometimes they don't play together that much. So when defenses are doing different kind of blitzes and twists and stunts, a lot of confusion can happen right there with the communication, but there was none on that happened from the Patriots. They don't have any stellar pass rushers like the Dolphins did last week, but it was good to see them hold up. Cam didn't get sacked this week, so that was great. Cam ended up with great numbers, 11 for 17, 142 yards. He even led that 2-minute drill down. It was kind of a bogus call when the Greg Olsen slid out of bounds, but they didn't stop the clock, so we didn't get a chance at the end zone. But you got to like how the offense even still moved down there to spike the ball with 1 second left to give Graham no chance to get some work in. Graham had a pretty good game. I think he had 4 or 5 field goals tonight. He was perfect from his attempts. Offensively, it's amazing what a change of scheme and coaching will do for Cam. 5 different guys caught a pass when Cam was at quarterback. That's what we need when people are off balance. Look at 2015. There were so many guys that there was nobody really to key on, and Cam was able to spread the ball around and keep the defense off balance. So that was great. He had some great ball placement, had a good back shoulder throw, had some good out routes. Curtis Samuel even got involved. DJ Moore didn't really get involved much. They tried to go to him on the goal line. He ran a bad route and got jammed up by Stephon Gilmore. But that's probably the only knock I can say on the offense overall. But pretty good job overall for the offense. Defense. What I was expecting for the defense, I wasn't really sure. I was really anxious to see how Dante Jackson and Rashad Golden was going to do this week, as the 2 rookies got to start with Cersei being out and Kevon Seymour not playing that great in the preseason. So I wanted to see how the rookies were going to perform. One of the best quarterbacks, if not the GOAT, well, he's definitely the GOAT, if not the best quarterback in the league right now. Tom Brady would be the ultimate test for our secondary. So I definitely wanted to see how this was going to turn out. And I was pretty, I'm not going to say impressed. I was satisfied, I'll say that, with how the secondary played. How the defense played overall was pretty great. Shaq and Luke had a great game. But the reason I was anxious to see this because I know last week, Ryan Tannehill, he threw a lot of short passes. We played so soft, 9, 10, 11 yards off of the receivers. And Ryan Tannehill just took the defense gave him. It was throwing 5-yard routes, 5-yard routes, 5-yard routes. And the guys were nowhere near in their stratosphere to make those plays. And if you guys watch any New England games, they're a master of dinking and dunking. They're going to throw those short passes to the running backs, to Edelman, to any of those slot small receivers, running those hitches, those quick out routes, those bubble screens and all that. So I was like, this matchup seems very, very, very interesting for how we'll adjust and play against it. So I was anxious to see how that was going to be. And what I was predicting happened. We initially came out very aggressive. They tried to run the ball on us. They gashed us a couple of times, but our defense is very hard to just line up, period, and run against. And we displayed that tough run defense for the most part. Made a lot of plays. I want to see a little bit more plays from the offensive line with penetration. KK, he didn't get as busy as I wanted him to. The linebackers played pretty good. Luke had 7 tackles in one half. Shaq Thompson had 2 tackles for a loss. Listen, Shaq Thompson had probably one of the best games I've seen him have, period. He's had a great preseason, a great camp, and I'm very, very happy with what he's done. They're trying to kind of increase his role as Thomas Davis decides to retire, and he's been playing pretty good. I mean, he's got a lot of speed, and he was shooting the gap a lot tonight, kind of like how Thomas Davis actually does. And I think Shaq should probably sit down and watch some film with Luke Kuechly, because if he can get his play recognition up and be able to see those plays coming and shoot in the backfield like that, he has the speed. He was a running back in college. He has the speed. He's even faster than Luke. He has the speed to get to the ball faster than that, and he's a pretty good tackler when he wraps up. Sometimes he likes to just bring the boom and knock guys out, but Shaq Thompson is a pretty good tackler. You got to be happy when you hold Gronkowski to 0 catches in the preseason. I think Edelman might have had like 2 total. Tom Brady, he's going to do what he does. He has some completions, of course. They moved the ball, but we held tight in the red zone. We held them without a touchdown, which was beautiful. I think they got 6 points total against us. Our offense, our defense, which is phenomenal. Especially, I don't know what happened to Thomas Davis. He might be the only injury, quote unquote. I don't know what happened. They kind of just pulled him out and put in Gerard Mayo at outside linebacker, at weak side linebacker, or they want to get a look since the 3rd preseason game. He'll be out 4 games. Now that I think about it, as I'm talking, it's making sense to me now. They wanted to get a look at how our defense will look in those first 4 games when he's suspended. So I like what Ron did there, since week 3 is the actual dress rehearsal. So you want to give Thomas some live reps to keep him fresh. However, you want to get Mayo in there to let us know how we're going to stand defensively when TD is out. But we did see some plays made by the secondary. Like I said, they made the plays in man coverage when they needed to. So I have to give them credit. Like I said, I want to see them be a little bit more aggressive. There was a 3rd and 4, and Bradbury was still playing like 8 yards off. And all Tom Brady did was just throw an easy hitch that was pitch and catch, and they got the first down. So you want to see them be football players, man. You don't want to just see them do exactly what coach says. You want to see them know the down and distance, know the scenarios, and know that, okay, hey, they only need 4 yards. Don't let me not play 9 yards off. Let me scoot up to maybe 7 or 6, and if they go over the top, they go over the top. But overall, man, I'm very, very excited after seeing this game. The Panthers preseason, I want to call it over because they still got one more game, but I doubt the starters will play. The only bad part I'll say is the health of an offensive line that has me very, very concerned. But besides that, the secondary, I'm not as concerned as I was initially going into preseason camp. So they kind of eased my troubles. But the O-line, they look great for the patchwork people they put in. Amini, I guess, whatever, Amini Solatolu, whatever. He'll be back for week 1. So hopefully O-line will get better there. He's a swing guy, so he can maybe play right tackle when he gets back on week 1. Maybe leave Moten at left tackle since he did a pretty good job tonight. We'll see what happens. You guys let me know down below. What do you think about the Panthers this season after seeing them in preseason? Are you more excited like I am for the season coming up? What do you guys think about the new offense with North Turner? What do you think about Cam's great play? I think he had 68% completion percentage, which is great to see. So let me know down below in the comments. But I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you next time. Aaron Duncan signing off.